I am just checking in to say hello to you. I know you're expecting a video at 11 a.m. and what happened was there was one error in the video and I would not release the video. Hi, Boniface. Good to see you. Yes, I'm just letting you know that there was, when I went to upload the video, there was an error in it and I would not release it. So the video is running late. So I decided to check in because I know you guys expect one at 11 a.m. And I just wanted to say hello, hello. Thank you all for your support. You've been amazing. You've done so much to grow this channel by your continued comments, engagement. I just love it. I love it. And I want to encourage you to health, to wellness, and just keep supporting Healthier Steps as we keep growing. Thank you for joining. And thank you for everything that you're doing to support this channel as we grow and as we move forward. I want you to continue to share the recipes, share the videos on health. Everything you do, I am so grateful. And I decided to come on anyway as I wait for the video. It might be late. However, I still will post the video because I like to stick with my schedule. And if you have any comments, any questions, you can always leave them in the comments below, or you can always email me at healthiersteps@gmail.com. I love to hear from you. And lots of exciting recipes and things on health coming soon. Let me tell you what I've been doing personally in my life this week. I walked 3 times this week. I missed the past 2 days, but however, I was trying to catch up. So I've been walking. I'm making sure I'm drinking enough water on a daily basis. With my workload, it's heavy workload because I'm trying to get so much content out to you all. So it's been a lot lately, especially knowing that many people will be searching for more recipes in the next 2 months. So I'm preparing for you. What else I've been doing? Trying to get my rest at night. So I'm on a journey to health. So just the same as you are, I've not arrived. However, I just love health. I love anything to do with health, healthy eating, healthy lifestyle. But I'm here working hard to bring you good content. Lately, I've been harvesting my herbs, and I told you guys over on Instagram what I've been doing. So I've been harvesting. This week we harvested our cerasee, and if you didn't know, cerasee is such a, or bitter melon as it's called in some places, or bitter gourd. It is so powerful. It's an amazing blood cleanser, detoxifier. And in Jamaica, we where I grew up, we use cerasee for tea. From your little, you've been drinking that. So if you, my printer is going off. So if you have never used cerasee, you need to try it. As a matter of fact, I was doing some research on cerasee, and one of the key ingredients that I found was in certain is quinine. You can come, sweetheart. You can.
Turn it that way. Turn it.
Oh, the camera.
Yeah.
You can come in and say hi.
No, that's okay.
You want me to give it to you? Is this it? All right. So you got it? All right. So one of the key ingredients, welcome, let me know where you're from and if you're tuning to, one of the key ingredients in a compound in cerasee is quinine. And so I know quinine has been used in Africa for malaria. So it was interesting. So one of my favorite tea is quinine. I mean, not quinine, cerasee that contains quinine. And also um moringa. I love moringa. It naturally has a sweet taste to it. So if you've never tried moringa, that's something you should. So I did a combination of moringa, cerasee, and moringa is good for everything. I mean, it's good for blood, the iron. It is just one of those. It's almost like you would say it's a tonic. It builds the blood up, the blood especially. And you know we need to have good blood for health because the blood, carries the oxygen throughout the body and it's good for healing. So it's good that important that you have good blood. So I've been doing the moringa, cerasee, lemongrass. That combination tastes so good because lemongrass is very good. In Jamaica, we called it fever grass. Fever. So think of the word fever grass. So it lowers the temperature. And so we grew up knowing you have a cold, you have a fever, you drink fever grass or lemongrass. And lemongrass is great in Thai cooking, so they use it a lot in Thai dishes. Welcome, Alfonso. What's up? Good information about moringa. Yes. And the thing what I like about moringa is it grows so easy. Like we have bad soil here in Florida and literally sandy. I don't have to put any nourishment in the soil. I don't have to put any compost. Just stick that moringa in the ground. And it tells you something whenever a plant that can grow in the, I want to say the word right because I always mix up desert. That means it's really good because it's able to go in and pull nutrients in that plant and survive. Survive. That's telling you a lot about that plant. And moringa is one of those plants that can grow in poor soil and then it brings up all this nutrient because the leaves of moringa are not only used for medicinal purposes, but it is eaten. You can cook it like you cook green leafy vegetables, and it provide a lot of nutrient amino acids. So the protein content in it is good. It's like you're eating meat. That's how good moringa is. So I like moringa and also the lemongrass. It's used in Thai cuisine. It's very good. The root of it, they cut the green leaves off, and that's the part I like to make tea with. If you've never had lemongrass tea, you ought to try it. It's so delicious, refreshing. It tastes good, and you can just have that by itself, and it's good. And it's so potent and good, antiseptic, antibacterial, antiviral. It's just so good for the body. So I like my moringa. And welcome, welcome. I see you're all coming on. This is exciting. I might do this often. Maybe it was good that my video is had a little issue in it and I won't release it. I know sometimes my videos get released and then I watch it and I was like, ew, I didn't, a little error here and there, but life is like that. I mean, it's not perfect. Things aren't. So for me, I am so excited because I get to talk with you guys. So comment below. Let me know where you're from, where you're tuning from. And, thank you again for supporting Healthier Steps. We are going places. We're growing. I am so excited. And the next thing I like to use in that tea is turmeric. And if you know, turmeric is like a potent rhizome. It's yellow. Anti sweetheart. So turmeric good for inflammation in the body. So wherever the body is inflamed, whether it be arthritis, whether it be heart conditions, think turmeric, that yellow plant, very good for pain, just so healing on the body and calming on the system. So I like to use turmeric, and it's good for your immune system. And I like to cook with turmeric. So turmeric is what makes curry powder yellow. Turmeric is what makes the yellow in curry powder. So if you take that turmeric out, you may more than likely will have garam masala, not turmeric. You'll have other spices, but that yellow is specifically what makes turmeric, I mean, curry powder yellow. And so it's very good for the body. So I love turmeric. Also, ginger. Ginger, also another rhizome. And it's actually, as I've said, similar anti, they on tumors. I mean, I'm saying these things, but they are researched, evidence research. I'm not just saying things off the top of my head, unless I use something and I know the benefit, but this is documented. And so ginger is another thing, but we know ginger is good for the stomach, especially. It's calming, it's good for indigestion, it's good for women who are pregnant and are having morning sickness. I never had morning sickness, so I don't know what it feels like. I know what it is to get nauseous. So yeah, it's good to relieve that nauseated feeling. Ginger. And I just love to cook with ginger as well. I love cooking with ginger. I love ginger tea. I love ginger in my curries. So basically, whenever I cook, and I'm gonna make what you call a curry dish, it has ginger and turmeric. That's like almost automatic that I put the two in my curries, and I like to put it in my rice. And the thing about these two rhizomes, the ginger and the turmeric that I'm talking about, the beauty is that, and in some countries they say galanga. Samuel is saying, thank you for this presentation. My pleasure. Like I said, this is totally impromptu. Like literally, I was like, 15 minutes before 11, that's when I'm watching the video and I'm like, nah, there's a mistake here. I'm not going to put this content out. So I immediately, said, I need to do something. I need to do something because you are my loyal audience. You're expecting and I'm going to deliver. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go live. Don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to talk about what I love to talk about. Hey, Mimi from Seritas. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. And I said, I'm just going to talk about what I love to talk about. So turmeric, ginger, and that combination, I hope I'm not leaving a ginger, turmeric. I think that's it. So moringa.
I know what you love to talk about.
You know what I love to talk about, sweetheart? Food. Love food. I'm addicted to food. Pray for me.
No.
No? What do you mean no?
The cooking.
I'm addicted to cooking, he said. I'm addicted to cooking. It's crazy. Can you imagine being addicted to cooking and you have to get in the kitchen every day? It is the season for ginger, thanks, and pumpkin. Guys, pumpkin. I grew up with the pumpkin that we have in the Caribbean. Tell me what kind of pumpkins that you grew up with in your area. What kind of pumpkin do you have wherever you are? Mine in Jamaica is the one with the green, variegated green and white. And that's the kind of pumpkin with the bright orange flesh. That's the pumpkin I'm used to. Then once we got here, then they have these orange skin pumpkins, and they have just so many different types of winter squashes. Come on the winter squash. And but by the way, pumpkins are fruits. They're not technically vegetables because they have a seed inside of them. So you can use them both ways. So they go with both sweet and savory. But this year, I've fallen in love with pumpkin all over again. And not only the one that we have, the green skin in Jamaica. I've fallen in love with all kinds of pumpkin, especially the orange one that we have here in the United States. I have a newfound love. I've been making pumpkin soups like crazy with it, and desserts, and just going wild on pumpkin. And the beauty of pumpkin is that it's great for your hair, your skin. It's anti-inflammatory. Also, along with, so think about it when you're creating an anti-inflammatory recipe. You're putting in your ginger, you're putting in the pumpkin, and if you want to bring in the turmeric, you make a curry pumpkin. Me pumpkin pie. I love my pumpkin pie, girl. Yes. And I missed a comment. How do I go back? Alfonso says, wonderful and fruitful video. Thank you, thank you. Yes, and I have another comment that I just missed. I'm not sure how to see. I don't even know how to. Okay, so hi, Michelle, watching. Alice is watching from Rwanda. She's in East Africa. I can't wait to travel to East Africa and go to Rwanda. And I think I want to go to Tanzania. I think that's in East Africa. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Is my geography right? How about I want to go to Uganda? Am I still in East and Kenya? I think so. I'm not sure. But I'd love to just visit the continent. Please, Lord, answer my prayer. Because I just know it's so beautiful. And the other day, I'm going off, but the other day I was looking at the continent. I was looking at the continent of Africa, and I was looking at the whole world, the map, and I realized that Africa is in the middle. And then towards the southeast is Australia. And I imagine pushing it back onto Africa. And I was like, ooh, it would fit like a puzzle. And then I went over to the west, the Caribbean, and the whole North America. And I said, push it in back into Africa. It would fit. Oh boy. And then I went up to like Europe and China in the north, and I push it back. And I said, what a beautiful world. We are all one people. We broke off from the center, which is the beginning, Africa. Just go look at the map. Just go look at the whole globe and look if you can put it back together. And I said, beautiful. What a beauty. Antarctica, wherever, just put them back. So many lessons in life, aren't they? And I find that there's just so many lessons in nature itself. Nature, if you want to learn a lot, go outside in nature, and there's just so many lessons in there in nature. So I think I'm gonna sign off. Thank you so much. Pumpkin is, yes, big role. Pumpkin is just so healthy, so nutritious. And you know what I also thought of? I say there's almost every season of the year, there's something that's good, that will be harvested, that's good for the body. Something in that garden every season of the year. And like for instance, mango, I love mangoes. I'm talking about fruits. I just love fruits. And I love mangoes. And however, here in North America, once the mango season is finished, late August, you might get some still in September. Then here comes persimmon. I love persimmon. And maybe like your rambutans, your lychee. I love those fruits. And I was just looking at the beauty, and then the avocados come in round around November. And I said, for every season, there's really no excuse unless you're living probably in Iceland, and I'm sure they have the berries over there. Lots of berries, even in the winter. So the beauty is there's something that is going to be harvested throughout the year that we can eat healthy. And there's no excuse not to eat fruits and vegetables. Put aside what else you eat. I'm just saying, incorporate in your diet fruits and vegetables, because those are what's going to give you those phytonutrients, those phytochemicals that you need. They're plant chemicals. And one fruit can have thousands of plant chemicals. Modernization has made we become so into isolating food. We're separating it from the fibers And the fibers are so important. The other phytonutrient, when we start isolating stuff, but if we were to eat more whole foods, the way they're picked from nature, we talk about nature again, we will get all the nutrients sometimes that we need. And if we eat a variety, so if you tend to eat one of the same thing over and over again, I would say eat a variety of colors. A variety of colors, because they all have different work to do in the body, and not eat the same thing over and over again. So if you find that you're always eating rice every day, how about you eat rice today, organic rice, root vegetables, cornmeal, organic cornmeal, and you just bring it up. Other grains, millet, finger millet, quinoa, what else? So buckwheat. Just eat other grains. Start doing, because they were put there in nature for a reason. They were put there in nature for our use. Not just to look at that they're pretty, but however, these fruits and vegetables, I remember maybe 10 years ago or more, I went to Jamaica with my husband and my daughter. My son was born then, so it's over 13 years ago. And we went to visit family members, and we were like, there was fruit all over the yard, just people just walking over them. It was like I was having a heart attack. I was like, what? You have all this ackee, you have all these mangoes just going to waste? I was like, here in the US, they're like treasure. You don't understand. One can of ackee costs like $14. Anywhere from $7 if it's on sale. 14 US for one can. And it was just all over, and they don't want it. You know what they wanted? The processed food that's imported. And I was like, oh no, this is your wealth. This is your health. This is your life right here. Organic fruits and vegetables just there, strawn out to waste. The gift. Do you know when somebody gives you a gift and they don't appreciate the gift? Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever given somebody something and they take it for granted? And you're like, you're thinking twice if you ever will give them a gift again. I think sometimes we're like that. We walk past the gifts to go look for rubbish. And we spend more for rubbish and waste our money for rubbish, while the gifts are right around us in abundance. Can you imagine? Wherever you are, think about the gifts that are given freely around you. But yet you probably want that imported food from far lands, thinking it tastes better. But if you really investigate, they're junk. They do your body no good. They lead you to ill health. Humans are vain. Humans are vain creatures. That's so correct. Weird too. Very, very interesting. Because the simple things in life, don't appreciate them. Always want the complicated things. And sometimes when you think about the complicated things, they are the worst. They bring you more harm. They bring you to an early grave. So let's, this weekend, as we're off and we're resting, spending time with family, let us contemplate all these things. The things that money can't really buy. I think about even here in America, some places, they can't even get clean water. Their water is polluted, when water should be free. Free. So even now, just think about how you can drink the clean water that is transporting and cleansing the body. Think about how much more you should. So whenever you go to pick up that soda, oh, that soda, you know how many sugar, teaspoons of, not sugar, but processed refined sugar. That's almost like drugs, literally. Hi, Nathaniel. Nice to see you. Denise, you are leaving my dream. I love healthier steps. Thank you, Gus Williams. I mean, yeah, humans are vain. Think about that soda. Just think about went into the soda. Artificial color, artificial sweetener. So it's not real. It's artificial. Artificial means it's fake. So, okay, so say for instance, they did use real sugar, but that real sugar has been, what they did with it, they processed it, take out, there's no more brown in it, where the molasses and all that nutrients, because they want it to look pure white. They've denatured it, deodorized it, bleached it, and they want it pure white. So now when your body sees it, it literally just shoots up your blood sugar, because it's like a drug. It's like a high. You just go boom, and it's like, woo. And then what it does after, it goes through the system, and it's just harsh on your organs. And what it does after, you are let down, because you go high and have all this super bugged out energy. Think about those children. Oh, mercy. Think about those children drinking those soda. And you're wondering why they can't keep still. Why they can't be calm. Why they can't listen. Why can't they listen? They're the sugar. Pull that sugar from them. Give them some fruits. Some fresh fruits. Straight from nature. Gift from God. Give them fruits. Their taste buds will change. They'll crave the fruits. Jean Fabrice says good presentation. Alicia says hi, auntie. Hi, Alicia. Thanks for coming. Say hi to the family. Love you guys. Oh, nice. Thank you. Nice. Well, think about it. So we take out the sugar, artificial color. Some of these artificial colors that they even allow, they're literally banned in some countries, especially in Europe. They ban them. All this artificial stuff. Will do you to love. Thank you. And they're banned because they know they're linked to so many other debilitating conditions in the system. And whenever you see some country bannings, I'm become more aware. Whenever you notice some countries ban something and some will allow, to me that's a red flag. That's a red flag nowadays. I'm like, if so-and-so ban it, something's probably wrong that they see that 10 years down the line, we'll see. What do we to go about? I can go on and on, so I'm going to jump off soon. Because when you think about 10 years down the line, many things when I look back into nursing that 10 years ago I was administering to my, not 10 years because it's 20 years. Over 20 years ago, I was administering to my patients then, and now they're banned, and now their class action lawsuits when the damage is already done. Huh? You know how many? When I look back and when I hear on the TV, I was like, but I used to give my patients those. So anyway, back. So when you think about it, when you drink that, you're literally paying for something that has been proven will cause you harm. Harm on your kidneys, because your kidney has to process all that mess. You're looking back And you're looking at this and you're like, but when you get, look at the opposite. What's going on? You're going to eat that fruit. The fiber is going to go in, clean out your gut. There's going to be good bacteria, more good bacteria to fight the bad bacteria. That's from the fiber. Then you're going to see all those vitamins and minerals. They're going to go in, do their work of healing, replenishing the body. You're getting that juice, that natural, sweet juice that's naturally sweetened. Because of the fiber that's in it, it's not going to shoot your blood sugar up. No, unless you're diabetic. And that's a whole other, and maybe one day I'll come in and we'll talk about that. That's a whole other thing by itself, being a diabetic and how to lower your blood sugar naturally. It's by the food you eat. Majority of the time, most people, unless they're genetic, type 1, type 2 is food, is what you're eating. If you're type 2, your type 2 is food. Change your diet, start exercising, getting enough rest, healing the body from inside out. Food. You know, so there's just so much. So start drinking water. Water. Every time you're thirsty, reach for the water, not the soda. And to be honest, not sometimes even the juices. The juice now, let me talk about juice. So we did soda. Let's talk about juice. So you see with the juice, the one that you buy in the store, in order for it to be on that shelf, it has to be pasteurized. It has to be heated on high temperature, unless you bought it in the refrigerated section where there's still some enzymes in it. However, if you did chemistry, biology, enzymes are killed above a certain temperature. I think it's like 105 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you think about it, the enzymes, most of what you're getting, it's everything that enzymes and that life force in that juice is basically killed. Most of it. Not saying you're not going to get any, but majority of it by the high heat, apart from tomato, the vegetables, tomato, your pumpkin, you will still, because those, science has also proven, I think within the last 6 to 7 years, that cooked vegetables actually retain more nutrients. So that's another thing too we can talk about. So cooked vegetables, depending on the vegetables, like your cabbage, sometimes they're actually better. I talked about tomato, which is like a fruit vegetable, your pumpkin fruit vegetable. Those with the high vitamin A content, when you do cook them, it actually increases it. However, the fruits and so on, the sweetened fruits, they're actually better if you're going to make freshly squeezed juice. So if you're making freshly squeezed juice, and even best yet would be to eat the fruit. So if you're gonna, but those in the store, especially those that they end up completely call it juice, and then they say, look at the back. Do you guys read labels? Yeah, fermented is better. That's with like lacto fermentation. We'll talk about fermented because for me, I only like lacto fermented stuff. I don't like fermented as in pickles where you just put the straight up vinegar, because I don't do vinegar. If it's lacto fermented where it's naturally doing it like old time days when they did that, yes, it's better because it provides all that good bacteria. So yes, but we go back with the fruits. So fruits, always best to eat fresh, raw, always the best. That's going to be where you get your best nutrients from. And well, personally, I do more, when it comes on to the fermented, I prefer lacto fermentation. So do some research on that. And I was asking you, do you read your labels? I think a lot of people don't read labels. You know, you just buy the stuff, it says juice, Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that exercising. That's good. Um, a lot of people don't read labels because sometimes you read a label, it says, say cherry. I'm just choosing a fruit. Cherry juice. When you look at the back, it says 10% juice, 10% or 5%. Start reading your labels. If I was gonna buy it in the bottle, it needs to say 100%, or it needs to have the other dilution would be another fruit juice. But that 10%, 5%, you're basically wasting your money buying sugar and water. Um, Everyone need fruits and veg. Everyone, everybody needs. It's so important. That's where your vitamin C comes in, which is anti-inflammatory, will build your immune system, and it will actually just straighten your immune system. Especially now here, we are approaching winter, and I think we need to really focus on vitamin C. Vitamin C is just so potent for healing the body, and for, like, if you get a wound, for quick recovery and healing, for collagen. It's just so good in the body. So vitamin C, vitamin D. We're going to talk about exercise because someone mentioned exercise is very important. Very, very important. And to be honest, it's better if you exercise daily. So you walk daily. Walking daily is very important. I have no excuse. I was good whole last week. I walked every day, but this week I got caught up in work, and that's been my biggest problem. Is like, I want to pump so much content out. I mean, I work all day long pumping content out, and I just want to get things to my audience. So sometimes I neglect myself. So pray for me that I'll also do a lot of self-care and keep that walking going. I didn't walk for the next past 2 mornings, but I mean, I did for the beginning of the week, but I did not go out because I was just too tired and I needed a rest. However, walking is very, very important because you can eat all the best foods, but if you're not exercising, you're not getting your heart rate going up, you're not sweating, you are not keeping those muscles, your limbs. If you don't use it, you will end up losing it. So walking is one of the most important things you can do for lifestyle health. It's very, very important. Another one is rest. Rest is so important because it's very good, especially for your mental health. It's important that you get enough sleep. It's important. I like countries that do siestas. I mean, I can't tell the last time I do a siesta. Sometimes if I'm way tired, I have to. But there are some countries that they literally do siestas because they have seen the importance of rest and productivity. I mean, rest with productivity. Sometimes you actually produce more when you get your proper rest. You literally will produce more because I don't know if any of you have ever experienced not getting enough rest and how much your mind, you cannot focus. It affects you that you can't focus good. So rest is important if you want to stay focused, for mental alertness, especially those who are in school, for growth, for developing bodies. It's very important that you're getting your proper rest. So little things like that is very, very important. And we may say it's little things, but they're actually big things. Water, rest. There's just so many things. But anyway, I think I had a beautiful time with you guys, and I think it's something that I'll do again. Look, I've been here for 39 minutes. Almost feel like I need to go for the hour. But I know you guys have your busy schedule, and everyone needs fruits and vegetables. You have your busy schedule. We all have a lot of work to do. I have to get back to work, and I have a lot of things in store, a lot of recipes coming up, and we um, just continue to learn and grow and share this video, share this live, and looks like we're gonna do it again. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Let me know your feedback. Let me know topics that you'd love for us to talk about. As a matter of fact, last night I said to my husband, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do soap making. I know it's not food related. And this is how I justify it. I haven't done it for 6 years. I've made soap for 6 years. I'm missing making soaps. And I think that, especially for the women where you are, if you think that you love for me to teach you how to make soap from scratch, I'm literally make soap. Let me know if you want to love to do it. For you, like you probably don't have a career, and you're looking for something to do from home, um, and you'd love to make soap and sell, let me know if it's something that you're interested in. You could start a little soap business, selling soaps, natural soaps to people around you. Let me know if something that interests you, because it has helped me to be where I'm at. When I started all this, when I started Healthier Steps, I did food. And whenever you do food business takes a long time to grow. I'm looking back 10 years now. I started having an interest because for me, it's everything I put in my body, it needs to be as much as I possibly can. I need to know what's going in it. So think about your skin. Your skin is the largest organ. It's an organ. Just like your brain, just like your liver, just like your heart, kidney. It's an organ. So what we put on the skin goes into our bloodstream. It reminds me so many times of the patients that I had, and if they were end stage and they were in a lot of pain, we put morphine patches on them because they could no longer swallow. So if I'm putting morphine patches on them, it's getting in their bloodstream. I was like, that means whatever I put in my skin goes in my bloodstream. My body still has to process. My liver, my kidneys still have to process. So those soaps that sometimes we're using, they smell nice. When I got into skincare, it opened up another world to me of all the carcinogens that people are daily putting on their skin because they want to smell nice. Everybody want to smell good. There's nothing like soap and water and essential oils. Essential oils. And these do you know what essential oils are? They are scented oils like your lavender, your cinnamon, lemongrass, rose. They came directly from the plant. They've been distilled. They let off, and all the oils that remain have a nice scent. They're naturally scented. If you think about all those scents that people wear on a daily basis that want to smell so nice, majority of it comes from the beaver glands. Go do research. They come from stuff that you wouldn't even want in your body. Majority of it is synthetic chemicals. And sometimes one compound or one bottle of that perfume, that soap, thousands of chemicals that they put together to get that fragrance. That's why they call it fragrance. But essential oils are the opposite. They're plant oils. Nothing like lavender. You use that lavender, is so calming on you and those around you. It will put someone to sleep like a baby. That's how healing it is. And so when I got into soap making, it opened up my eyes even more. Why are you putting those those stuff on me. I want those natural scents. And I did a business, a family business. And while I was doing my food, I did that. I did it for years. The other day, somebody came on my website and she said, you put up a recipe for body butter and you talk about the business, but you never have any more recipes on it. And I was like, I had to explain to her, when we moved to Florida 6 years ago, the laws here wanted me to have a separate building and have the business in a separate building. And I want to work from home. I didn't want to get up and go to a separate. I want to have my office. Like, I'm in my office here in my house. I like that. I don't want to, I couldn't deal with that. And I, you had to have, I'm going to go rent a building. I said, forget it. I'm just going to go all out in my food business. Because I did both of them for years. Just both of them. And the soap business or the skincare business was what I used to finance the food business. And the blessing was, that was such a blessing. The biggest blessing was when that soap, when I moved to Florida and I no longer did the soap and I just went all in food. It's been my biggest blessing. However, I said to myself, I still have all those recipes in this book for 6 years. 6 years, my recipes, those my skincare line was in local stores all over in Virginia. I was supplying my lotion. When I told the lady in Virginia at Yoder's Market in Virginia, in Central Virginia, Madison, I think it's around, his town is Madison. When I told the lady there who used to buy my lotion for the store, I was leaving. She said, can you give me the recipe? And at that time, I was hesitant. Looking back now, I haven't done anything with it, so I should have given it to her. So likewise, I'm saying to my husband, I've been here for 6 years and I've not made one lotion, I just make sure I buy now from people who do natural. But I'm saying, why am I going to just leave the skills and just in a book? So I said, I think I'm going to put them online, put the recipes online, teach wherever you are how to make these natural soaps, lotions, possibly bath bombs, lip balm, everything. I'm going to do that. So we have a lot of work. I'm thinking of starting probably around beginning of the year, January, and start doing those kind of videos. If you are interested, let me know, and we can move forward. So anyway, thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for your company, and have a good weekend, good rest, relaxation, spend time with family, appreciate your family. They're precious, and just love on each other. And I'll see you on the next live. Bye. Bye. Now I have to figure out how to end this live. Thank you. And